What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown Media. My name is Zach from Another Letdown and the This Is Difficult video game podcast. I'll be one of your hosts this evening. Along with my good buddies on the line, we got Broody Gambit.
What's up, everyone?
And Comics and Coffee.
What's up?
It's Mike and Adam. We're here to hang out late on a Saturday night after we probably ought to have gone to bed and work through the ridiculous backlog of minis that we have accumulated over the years to paint. And we're all painting Wolverine tonight. It's a Wolverine off. All three of us have accumulated copies of the Wolverine miniature from Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we're going to see not who paints it best, but like kind of also that. I don't know. We're all friends here, so it's just kind of friendly competition, and we're just going to see how three Wolverines end up. As with all the shows that we host on the Another Letdown Media channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. So, gentlemen, start your brushes. We're painting Wolverine. A whole bunch of Wolverine. So I'm going to guess that we're all starting with yellow?
So let's start with brown.
Brown.
Are you doing the brown costume Wolverine?
I was not sure which one I was going to do.
I'm starting with the with like super dark red because I try to get like the interior. One of the things that like the learn to paint kit thing told me that's worked really well for me is to get the deepest areas first, because those are the hardest to repaint.
Huh.
So I'm getting inside his mouth first.
Oh, that's right. He's shouting.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
That's my approach.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. And I think you're actually entirely correct. Except I'm going to use, instead of a dark red, I'm going to use Screamer Pink.
Oh no, I have to sneeze.
I can tone that a little bit later.
I might follow suit on the Screamer Pink.
What's that?
I might follow suit on the Screamer Pink.
Hello, Cult of Gloom. Hello, Twitson. Welcome, boys.
What's up, gents? Now he looks like the Joker.
Excellent, Cult of Gloom. Good decision. Good decision. Would that was. I mean, if that weren't copyrighted material, or maybe copyrighted. Actually, you know what I should do? I'm gonna add. Let's see if I can find the X-Men video. It's probably still copyrighted.
The
X-Men video game soundtrack.
you try the Mutant Apocalypse one. It's Capcom, and they're usually pretty okay with that.
Capcom's pretty usually okay with that. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. But I'm just adding it to the playlist, so it may or may not come up.
Great soundtrack though too.
Oh, it's so good. So how was everybody's week?
Busy.
I'm glad to be painting.
Yeah, me too.
Let's zoom in.
I definitely met my social quota today.
Yeah.
We had high school graduation in the morning, and then Katie's former coworker was like, "Hey, come over and have burgers and dogs with us." And I was like, "I don't want to." But then it was fine because we ended up watching the Bruins game.
Yeah, I watched
And I
the
got-
Canes get trashed.
What was that? Sorry.
I watched the Canes get trashed by the Lightning.
Yeah. Uh-oh. my oh, now I've lost my train. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong reference image. I'm looking at my backup model and not the model I should be looking at. Well, I'm a little concerned about this Averland Sunset. It seems to have separated. I did make some progress finally on the long-awaited Laser Shark guitar.
Nice.
My wife's former coworker's husband is an automotive painter. He does like car restorations and stuff like that, and he says he knows a lot about nitrocellulose paint and is willing to help. So maybe I'll finally get unstuck on that project.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, that'll be good to have
We're
done.
trying to sell our house. So that involves moving everything that we can out of our house and into the garage for pictures.
Yeah.
And then painting everything. The entire house.
That sounds utterly atrociously miserable.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah. The worst, actually.
All of our new people are in some level familiar with D&D, so they want to start a new group. We're to session 0. Nice. Well, we got to, definitely had the best seats in the house for graduation today. The library media commons overlooks the football field. And since they had graduation on the football field in 90-degree heat with high humidity, team librarian was like, yeah, no, we're just going to go upstairs and hunker down with our iced coffee and the air conditioning and watch from up here. And we'll have introvert graduation and it'll be great. And it was. And we went down long enough to say farewell to a few choice students, and then that was it.
Good riddance to some others, am I right?
Absolutely. My colleague Ryan was like, yeah, there was definitely, like, he was rattling off the kids that he was like, yeah, I definitely increased their grade from a 59 to a 60.
Just if you want them gone.
Well, I don't know that so much that he wanted them gone so much as
Round
just
anymore.
yeah, exactly. Which I guess is the same thing. Considering how many sessions. Oh, it's RPD and Twit.
I think that
Making things someone else's problem is always great.
I'm wondering like how deep I should go on this. Like, should I give him his like stubble and arm hair?
So I am planning on doing that. That is my
Like quintessential Wolverine, right?
yeah, exactly. Like, he's supposed to be a hairy dude, so I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
How do you normally pull that off?
A little bit of stippling on the arms in a dark brown, like a darker than Mornfang. So I'm talking Rhinox hide, that sort of thing.
I'm gonna try and do like a super tiny brush and like almost use it as a dry brush.
Mm-hmm.
Is basically how I'm gonna do that.
Yep, textbook stippling. There we go. That's better. Whoops.
I'm gonna do that before the wash. If I mess it up, then.
I think I'm going to do mine after the wash because I do a lot of detailing and like color toning post flesh wash.
Are you going to be putting blood on his claws?
I haven't decided yet. The blood for the blood god does tend to work pretty well, but my guess is... So based on the scenarios that we've written for him in OGS and what limited content I've seen for him for Crisis Protocol, it looks like he's mostly beating up not necessarily human things. Like sentinels and stuff. So I haven't firmly made up my mind on the blood for the blood god on the claws yet.
I was leaning towards no, but like I feel like I'm gonna have very little opportunity to use that. You know, like
yeah, that's what I'm running into in Gotham City Chronicles too. Is like there's a couple of villains that definitely need it, and then some that are just like this doesn't really make any sense here.
Yeah, I paint predominantly supers, so like there's just not, unless I'm painting Invincible, then
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna get a lot of use out of it.
Yeah. I feel like I'd prefer to use it on villains than heroes.
Yeah, I would use it on like if I had Blade or Morbius, I would for sure use it. But
Yeah. We don't have them yet. Operative word there being yet.
no, I think that I have models in the drive for them.
Yeah, we do.
I just need to print them. My printing's kind of on hiatus for a little bit.
Yeah, mine is. Well, I gotta...
Your garage is filled with stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I could be doing it, but I also probably don't want the house smelling like resin when I'm trying to sell it.
And RPD says, think about it, Adam. Think! What a great meme format, but that's been, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the opening day footage of the Spider-Man robot from Galaxy's Avengers Campus?
No, I didn't.
It is interesting, to say the least. It's very clear that they're using two Spider actors, Tom Holland's voice, and a robot. Like, it's very, very, very obvious.
Hmm.
And I'm like, alright, fine. Cult of Gloom asks, are we painting 3 Wolverines or 6 Batmen in profile?
Mine's a Wolverine.
Mine's definitely a Wolverine. And hang on, I can prove that by simply doing this. There you go. Definitely Wolverine.
I put some paint on my brush.
Yeah, that's usually helpful. Learning and growing.
I really hope that we get a comic accurate Wolverine costume in the movies.
Oh my god, right? I'm so like as much as I loved Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and / also hated him because he's Hugh Jackman and he's too darn good at everything. I really wanted him to put on that comic accurate costume. We got like that one panel or shot of it, and it was just like, nah, and that's all you get. Really? Come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's also like, a head and a half too tall, but for the role.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd like to see a Wolverine that's more like Wolverine.
Yeah, for sure. If you were Kevin Feige, who would you cast as Wolverine?
I was?
Yeah.
I did a whole episode of my old podcast on that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I mean, the easy answer is Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
But that's the easy answer. Truthfully, I'd find someone relatively unknown.
That's where I'm coming with it too.
You don't want them bringing baggage.
Yeah.
This for the 90s that have cast Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he's tiny. He's a wee man.
He's a short dude. Also a colossal jerk from what I understand, but that's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard he's like miserable to work with.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen like those videos that he got. I don't know. He got mad at people for violating a bunch of rules, and he's like, "Look, I don't really like the rules either, but we're trying. There's people's jobs on the line here."
Yeah.
And I don't know. Everything I've heard is that he's like kind of the nicest guy ever. But
All right. Well,
that,
I mean, I haven't
sure
met
that-
him, so
I've heard the same thing. Like the same thing has happened with like William Shatner. I've heard that he's the worst, and also that he's the nicest guy ever.
I mean, I can confirm both of those things.
Yeah.
From one weekend at Comic-Con with Bill Shatner.
His underwear are not sculpted here.
They are not. I am having to freehand them.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do here too.
It's not that hard, though.
No. I wish that were
There
real
was-
bad.
So much freehanding on Winter Soldier. Oh my god, it drove me crazy.
Why's that?
So I mean, as you know, I was doing him comics accurate, and there's nothing sculpted. It's all sculpted to MCU.
I was just kind of going off of the sculpt. I was not, and like, the MCU is kind of close enough on that one. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, paramilitary garb, and there we are.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, metal arm.
Yeah, that was the easiest part.
You got the star on there. Good to go.
Yep. That feeling when you've had to both flesh wash something and freehand underwear without it sounding weird to anybody. Thank you for that, RPD. So, got tickets to see. Oh, Birdie, this is relevant to you. Got tickets to see Alice Cooper officially this morning. And my buddy won tickets to Boston Calling next year for Foo Fighters and Rage Against the Machine. So we're very excited about that too.
Brad.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show.
That's really cool. Nice to paint something that's bright.
I know, right? It feels good. It's going so quick too. Like the last three that I painted were Punisher, Spider-Man, and Winter Soldier, and those are all so. Well, Spider-Man's not quite as dark as the other two, but.
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to touch my Spider-Man up and make him a little bit brighter.
Yeah, I had to do some clever highlighting to make him bright enough to feel like something other than Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I wasn't going for quite Tom Holland level, but... Ooh, this will be convenient. Because I can pop his head off, I can easily access the shoulder pad.
Yeah. You did that, huh?
I magnetized him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not care enough for the maskless face.
I don't really care for it either, but I had the magnets and I wanted to practice it. So...
I did it. Yeah, I did it for Thanos Glove, and I'm good with that.
I love that the Marvel Crisis Protocol minis. There are two different heads. There's the helmet and no helmet. I love that the Marvel Crisis Protocol minis, like, they're basically tailor-made to put magnets in. Of the three that I've done so far, I've had to drill like half of one. And it was just to widen up a gap a little bit.
So, not sure how well this is showing up. Too much brightness. Where's my picture? Let's do one sheet.
Oh, nice.
So I did the Xenophil priming, and so like on the back side of his head where it's still black as opposed to like the white primer,
Mm-hmm.
like there's some built-in shading between, you know, like a gradient for the yellow.
Oh, wow.
That's really
And that's kind of the case in some of like the under the legs and some of the recesses.
I still haven't tried that yet. I keep thinking about it because, like, now we've got an abundance of rubber, surgical gloves banging around. I can, prime stuff while holding it. Get a
Oh, I
better
ended up
angle on
using
things.
like a cardboard box, and I just used some Elmer's glue on the bases,
Mhm.
and then just go around the circle, and then just lay the box on its side so the mini's on its flat, and then I just hit the top.
Yeah, that's what I've done in the past, just to ensure even coverage. But I'm too lazy to go back in the house and get the other can of primer. Okay. Another fun line to casually drop. Great, I can pop his head off. Yeah. Oops. Probably need that again in a minute, but.
This is the one thing about the Reaper paints. Actually, this is kind of something that I've noticed about all paints. The coverage is different, like depending on the color.
Yeah, I'm noticing that the yellow does not cover anywhere near as well as the blue.
Yeah, so my Reaper yellow is great. My Reaper blue is a little bit light. I have to do a few coats of the blue.
Yeah.
So I have the opposite problem. Blue is behaving a little bit more like a wash.
My yellow is behaving more like a contrast paint than a base, which is incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
Whoops. Did not intend to paint my fingers.
If you're painting minis and don't paint your figures at all, are you really painting?
That's a good point. Because decidedly no.
There have been times that I've not. But they're outnumbered.
I was gonna say those are the times where I go back to my. Did I actually remember? Am I remembering painting that mini correctly? Like, did I actually do that thing? All right.
I actually usually don't get paint on my fingers from the brush though either. I usually like grab the palette or something like that.
Yup.
Like real bonehead move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes me kind of want to rebase Hulk also.
Yeah, I was so glad with how Hulk turned out.
Dude, I was mega jealous of your Hulk, but I also said to myself, man, now that Mike's done this, I can borrow some ideas.
Yeah, your Hulk looks awesome.
It really does.
It's really cool.
Drop down to a smaller size
We're
brush.
the real times and the times. Like the hair was the tricky part.
Boots,
Trying to get it dark enough. I ended up on what I was a Mechanica Standard gray to start with, and then Nuln Oil, and then I just dry brush. I took Deathwold Forest and dry brush with it after like wiping a ton off.
But as mega jealous as you are of Mike's Hulk, I'm sure you're even more jealous. No, I'm not. Those were dumb, RPD. Mostly because I hate chickens.
Ness wants chicken so bad.
Oh my god, she's insane. Chickens are demons. Birds are demon spawn.
She wants chicken and bees.
Bees I can get. Like, I can understand that. Like, hard no thank you, but I get it.
There's some video she was showing me that, or no, I was showing her actually, that someone was like, there was like a beehive inside the wall of this house.
Mm-hmm.
And so she like, the person that lived there called the city, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll send an exterminator out. And she was like, well, no, don't do that. She and called like a local apiary.
Yeah.
And they sent their expert out. And this lady just gets in there and is just like scooping the bees with her hands.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm just like, what are you, oh my gosh.
Twitson, I agree with you. Fresh eggs are wonderful, but that's what I have my sister for.
Does she have chickens?
She does.
We've been looking up like the municipal laws wherever we're, in the multiple places we're thinking about moving.
Mm-hmm.
She always looks up if you can have chickens there, and or bees. And she ended up like cyber stalking this city councilman today because he has like his statements are on record of like why he denied requests for bees, because you need a permit if it's under a certain amount. Or, I mean, for chickens, you need a permit for if it's under a certain amount of land. in this, and she was getting just like so mad at this guy.
For those who don't know, Adam's wife has a tendency to kind of become Batwoman from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, she did the job of the LAPD when they wouldn't do it, so
that I love that story.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I do not know the story. Please, if you do not mind, indulge me.
Fully. So we were about to move from LA to St. Louis, and I propped the door open with a bag of our stuff, thinking it was just like shampoo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a big deal, but it was the electronics bag.
Somewhat
and-
important.
Yeah, so it had like an Xbox 360 in it, and all of our remotes and PlayStation. It like had a ton of stuff in there. She's like, "What'd you do with that bag?" And I was like, "Oh, it's holding the parking garage door open." And she's like, "No, that's the electronics bag. Don't do with that." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's a shampoo one." It was the electronics. And it got stolen. And we called the police, and we were like, well, it has to be someone in our apartment complex because no one else can get in here. You can't walk in through the garage door. You
Right.
can't, like, it's all gated. There's no way in from outside. And they were like, the cops told us on the phone, they're like, well, you can file a complaint, but it's not really worth our time.
Right.
And I was like, what? Okay. A theft just occurred, and we're just like so mad.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even send anyone out to take a statement or anything.
Yeah.
So we were leaving the next day to drive across the country.
Right.
So we left. And on the way, we called the cops again, and we talked to a detective. And the detective was like, yeah, I'll handle your case. You know, most of the time, this stuff, nothing comes of this.
Which is at least more of an answer than you got before.
Right. He's like, they should have come out and taken a statement. Like, they're not supposed to tell you no like that.
Right.
And we're like, okay, well, we'll talk with this guy. And so I called him about once a week for the next few months.
Mm-hmm.
We had just gotten, and he was like clearly annoyed with me, you know.
Yeah.
And I called him, so I like kept calling him, like, hey, so have you looked into this yet? And he's like, well, I can't really go door to door asking for 360. And I was like, I can describe the bag to you, and I did all that. He's like, look, we'll do our best. He just like gave me lip service,
Right.
because he's not going to devote LAPD time and energy to finding my stolen Xbox.
Right.
But he's like, I gotta be honest with you, this stuff never turns up. Like, it's probably gone. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep calling you anyway.
Yeah.
And he, so we had gotten another Xbox from AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
And we logged in, or someone messaged me and was like, hey, are you on Xbox right now? Why aren't you responding to me? And I was like, what are you talking about? And whoever had taken it was online on my account. And we went to the I was like, so I called the detective the next day. I was like, hey, look, I got into this, my account, and they, are doing this. They put another credit card on the account.
Well, at least they didn't try to
From the
use
thing.
yours.
Yeah, well, I mean, they couldn't through that because I didn't have it attached.
Right.
But can you do anything from that? He's like, well, I'll hand it to the cybercrime division and we'll see what we can do with them. And, okay, you suck still.
Yeah. Notable
So
hockey.
like, right. So then there were these messages that popped up. There was clearly it was like some kid and it's his friends that were going, Andy, come on, let's play a game, Andy, like that, right?
Yep.
And so Ness then took that information. Like I called the detective again and was like, hey, look, this is the guy's name.
We
It's
got a
Andy.
name.
Yeah, he lives in this thing. And Ness then got online, found the credit card that was on it, which had, I think it maybe had the full name of like an old lady.
Oh my god.
And Ness then like looked around, and there's no like, there's a ton of those sites that are like, oh, if you're searching for this person, we'll give you half of their address.
Yeah.
She went through enough of those sites that she was able to piece together the entire address,
Oh my god.
and it was in our apartment complex. So
That's a detail that I hadn't heard before. That's awesome.
yeah. She had to like assemble it from all these pieces. So from there, like the next day, she was like, I have the address, I have this, etc. And I called the detective, and I was like, hey, look, we have an address, we have a name. Can you go by and do? And he's like, look, all right, I'm so tired of dealing with you. I'll go by there, but like this has to be it. If it's not there, we're done. I was like, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
And this is like 6 months. He's like that this has been going on. Maybe more than that even.
Right.
That have been bothering this detective. And I get a call an hour later, and he's like, so this never happens.
But we got your stuff.
We got your stuff. Yeah.
God.
He's like, I knocked on the door. I said, hey, did you find that, I'm with the LAPD and did this. And they gave me the bag, and it's all in there. So we've got it at the station.
Oh my god.
So then I just had my friend come and get it, and ship it to me. And yeah, that was the time that Ness just became Batman and did the. I was like, oh my god, babe, this is insane. You must never use this power for evil.
We are not billionaires. You can't pull that off.
Right. Yeah. And he was like, I'm literally astonished. Like,
Yep, we're better than you. You and your year of cop training.
yeah. Entire LAPD combined force of them could not find it.
Unreal.
And they tried off the internet. He's like, yeah, I sent it to the lab and they couldn't find anything. And so the point of that whole story is that CSI is a lie.
Yes. All those procedural crop dramas, yeah. It's just that. RPD says the only way that could be cooler would be if Ness just got the address by asking 4chan, "Hi, I need this guy doxxed. He stole my chiz," and they just go, "Yes, sir, right away, sir."
No, she didn't. She was a 4chan frequenter at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fine. Go somewhere else.
That Powerline song from Goofy Movie stuck in my
Oh, I love that. Which one?
The end one.
Eye
Eye to eye.
to Eye, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because Stand Out is the first one.
I like Stand Out better,
I do too.
but
Stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud.
the mine is the only thing.
And now, do you notice me? Have you? I sent you the live performance of those two songs.
I think so.
Yeah.
I have seen them before. I don't know if you sent them.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, Candace sent me like a like an EDM remix of Eye to Eye earlier this week,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's just been like in my head nonstop.
How's she doing, by the way? I miss her.
Good, she's doing real good.
Excellent.
She's real busy.
Yeah, that's what I gather.
Yeah,
Good for her.
her and I are talking about doing a limited scripted podcast.
Ooh, if you need voice actors,
Oh, you do know some?
hi.
What?
I
Yes,
did voice
you
acting
know-
in college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you?
Just a little.
Are you-
The video game department of my school was very, very small and had very little budget. So they were looking for anybody who could do multiple voices, and I ended up doing most of the voices on like 2 different video games.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I was just giving you crap.
I know.
I think
But
you know that.
You might have. You might. But the chat might not, so. I take your good-natured ribbing and turn it into a little notation.
A little self plug there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just paged over something by mistake.
I think I'm gonna try and do arm here now. What's wrong with this guy? Oh, I need
Rudy, are you using Abaddon Black or Corvus Black for the stripes?
Abaddon. I don't
Okay,
have
that's-
Corvus, so my black is limited.
Gotcha.
I think I'm gonna do like super dark blue on them, and then wash them black and see if I need to touch up from there. Because I want to still keep some of the definition there.
That's fair. Yeah, I am seeing. I mean, so if you go animated series, it looks like it's straight black, but the comic book is super dark
It's
blue.
the black blue. That's what they
Yeah.
use blue for black all the time.
Yeah. So I guess I am going to try Corvus Black then.
Have black fur.
Wait, who had black fur? What?
Beast was originally supposed to have black fur,
Mm-hmm.
but the way they colored back made it look more blue. So they're like, oh,
Guess he's blue.
blue. Yep.
Which does fit with the sort of overall color scheme of X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, I'm definitely glad I waited on washes. This would be a freaking mess otherwise.
I have nothing I can participate with. Candace can already provide 90% of this sort of thing. and smaller brush to hit these stripes. That's making me unhappy.
I'm starting to get pretty happy with my X-Men lineup. I still have some stuff that I need to pick up.
Yeah.
Crisis Protocol, but I have Colossus and Kitty painted, and I got Blob, Toad, Magneto, Sabretooth. So it's starting to look pretty cool.
Kitty's pretty high up on my to print list.
Yeah, so the model that I have for her works really well,
Yeah.
but you have to assemble it.
Okay with that.
Yeah, it's just like you have to be real careful when you're printing it to make sure that they all print the same size too.
Yeah. Oh, is it scaled down?
Yeah, because it's meant to be like an 8-inch figure.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, so that's the Iceman model I have right now too. I'm looking for a better one
Yeah.
because he's just kind of standing there. With Kitty and Lockheed, that's fine if she's just standing there because she's holding Lockheed up.
Right. Yeah, I feel like you'd want something a little more exciting for Iceman.
Yeah, I want him on the slide ideally.
Yeah. Man, I'm having a lot of trouble with these stripes.
Yeah,
I have to keep pulling it off camera. It looks garbage.
I am overshooting intentionally. And then I'm going to go back in and sharpen them off with the yellow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning into. Problem is, painting at arm's length, I can't really see what I'm doing. Which makes for really unentertaining viewing, and I apologize, viewers, but it's kind of the only way I can do this.
You know what's neat in that pack that I got? There's a lot of really good stuff, but there's a great Blackheart model.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll probably do that so that I can have a scenario that's the Ghost Rider, Punisher, Wolverine
Nice.
series. That was one of my first comics.
Whoa.
My mom was in New York, and she came back and was like, or she was like, I'm at this comic book store. It's so cool. It's so big. And she's like, what do you want? Like, I'm gonna get you something. What do you want me to get you? And I said something with Wolverine. That's what she brought me.
That's awesome.
To this day, it's one of my favorites.
I mean, it's the same as me and that Bendis Daredevil. Like, your first comic will... No, I mean, Bendis Daredevil is fantastic anyway, but your first comic kind of sticks with you.
Yeah. It wasn't my... That was like... It wasn't my first one, but...
Right.
It was a very early one. I think my first one was a reprint of Spider-Man 16 or 12. I forget what one.
Mm-hmm.
There was the second appearance of Doc Ock.
Oh, nice. Oh, so we went on this this ghost tour the other day that took us to the original locations that were the basis for the H.P. Lovecraft story Pickman's Model.
Oh, cool.
It was so cool. And
That sounds cool.
yeah, it was super rad. And so on the way home, I read Pickman's Model again, and I'm like, oh my god, this is 100% exactly where we just were. It was really, really neat.
It was neat.
I feel like both Adam should ask this, but also if you want, is Ghost related to Ghost Jug? You won't think to. I don't get it, RPD, I'm sorry. Also, so you can finish Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be... If I have a full Marvel vs. Capcom lineup, I'd be pretty happy.
Dude, I mean, we will eventually. At the rate we're going.
I need lots, though.
Yeah.
Did find a bunch of Street Fighter models, though. So.
Yeah, nice.
I'm unlikely to ever find Ruby Hart
This is true.
because she only exists in that game ever. So there's never been a model of her. I probably could make her.
I was gonna say that sounds like Go-Go Gadget Hero Forge.
Yeah, I probably could make her on Hero Forge pretty easily. She's pretty much just a pirate, you know.
Yeah. I have some students who are absolute wizards with Hero Forge. Like if you give them free time on the computer, that's what they're doing. Not right now, RPD. That's probably not the best plan. Our focus is elsewhere at the moment.
You have to list the full roster. Sorry. I think that the problem for most of that roster, though, is that they're second and third stringers now. They were
Right.
like A-list at the time. There's a lot of X-Men, you know.
Yeah.
Like Marrow.
Yeah, Marrow, Cable. Silver Samurai, Spiral are in there.
Yep.
I bet you could make Silver Samurai.
Yeah, I don't think that would be too difficult.
And, I don't know if Hero Forge has Samurai stuff, but
It does.
They do.
I like that they allow you to get the models from them.
Yeah.
Not just make like STLs for yourself.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I like that they sell the STLs also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you don't have to print through them.
Multiple options is always preferred.
Just toying around on there, trying to make Zagreus from Hades.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't mind painting some Hades models either.
Those would be cool.
Yeah, it's real hard to get those working in there though.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's so freaking cool.
I think I'm ready for watching.
Well, you're beating me. I am struggling hardcore.
I can't even I can't even be on camera right now.
Well, Brody's definitely the fastest of us
Yeah.
anyway, though, too.
Let me throw.
That's gross.
All right, I'm gonna have to do some repairs here.
The problem, RPD, is we have a spreadsheet of characters that we have access to for 3D printing, and we're not gonna stop painting to consult the spreadsheet. Is what I'm saying. What the hell?
Oh yeah, I just bought a model pack that has like 5,000 models in it, and a lot of them are duplicates, but it's got like from Marvel alone, it had 279 unique characters.
Yeah.
Did it have Jack of Hearts?
No, it doesn't have Jack of Hearts. Sorry. Have you not been able to find one?
I haven't actually been looking. I was just joking.
Oh, okay. Were you just going for someone obscure, or do you like Jack of Hearts?
No, I was just going for someone obscure.
Okay.
I have a friend who's like obsessed with Jack of Hearts, but
I have a friend who really liked him too. I know virtually nothing about him except
Yeah,
that
I was gonna say.
the Avengers.
Yep.
that he, other than what?
He exploded and killed half the Avengers.
Did it have US1?
technically, no. There might be like a semi-truck in there.
Yeah,
Oh, so speaking of,
go on.
so I own exactly one transformer, right?
Exactly one.
Exactly one. I own one. And it's Barricade. Because he's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But I have him on my desk, and I transformed him just like because he was in the cart, and I had him sitting next to Wolverine, and I was like, this is kind of the right scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty close. So if anyone wants to play Transformers in Crisis Protocol, you just need to buy a Transformer. And that's it.
Learning and growing.
Yeah, so I also ended up going a little overboard and repairing with yellow. Actually, I think the stripes came out pretty okay. Definitely still need to patch up the red and the blue, but
I feel like the arm hair is working. I feel like the stubble is not, so I'm just painting over it.
yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do the stubble. The arm hair definitely, but
Flesh is next up for me once I finish patching. Oops.
I assume pun not intended.
mm-hmm.
Patching.
Yeah, I got it.
Because Wolverine sometimes
You
call
got-
patch. And he's in Edge 4.
Yep. Bad Adam. And also me, because I made the pun in the first place.
Did you do it on purpose?
No,
Oh.
but I'm sending myself to bed by proxy.
Alright, so I don't know how to do these boots because they're not like his normal boots.
Yeah, I freehanded the black lines,
Yeah.
and I don't love it, but like it's fine, I guess.
I feel like you gotta have that black line down the middle
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, that's what I pulled that off the camera for a second.
Pull it off camera again because the underoos are causing me some problems. All right,
Just the red.
Rudy, are you pretty much just sticking to Null and Oil on most of it?
Oh no, I use Cassandra Yellow for the yellow. I'm using Dragonhoff for the blue, and I will use the dang it, Reichland Fleshlight shade.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do the orange, the Fuegan orange on the body, and then go back over and touch up with the yellow again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where I want to go with it. The Spider-Man, I just used Null and Oil because I wanted to get those the
Right.
dark
You
patches.
want those deep lines, yeah. Yeah, Spider was kind of a no-brainer with that. Put this stupid tree in the way.
All right, let's get some Flesh Shade down, or some Bugman's Glow down.
All right. I'm liking where he's at so far.
Yeah, it's a good start. I'm gonna have to fix up his face.
I'm not happy about that. But
What did you do it?
I just overcooked the black a little bit.
Yeah, I did that too, and then I just did like that line down the middle of his. I took the yellow, did the line down the middle.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Oh, whoops.
Blue enamel. I want those shoulder pads to be shiny though. Might.
I have an idea for that.
I don't have. Like I could mix my own.
Yep.
I could varnish them. Completely missed on the side stripe. Would have done a disaster. Yeesh. wondering how far Atomic Mass will go with the X-Men roster.
Well, considering that they've got an Omega Red coming out, like they're going deep with it.
But also Cassandra Nova. Seems like a dumb choice.
That's such a
Before
dumb
Gambit.
choice.
Yeah, where exactly? Where is Gambit?
Gambit's
No,
so cool. Like, I've been watching the show as I paint this week, and like I'm remembering why I loved Gambit as a kid.
I still have a framed poster that I got when I was like 12 in my like loft
Yeah,
of Gambit.
The name's Gambit. Remember it. And then he blows up the Sentinel that he just told to remember it.
yep.
Well, I'm
Sorry, buddy, that guy's not remembering sugar.
What am I doing with this? It's so hard to see this freaking stripe.
Which one? Let me guess. Middle of his left arm. Nope. Top of his right.
This is right, yeah.
Yeah.
So it washes down.
Nice, man.
What?
Looks a far cry better than mine will. I'm actually kind of cranky about mine.
Yeah, looks really good.
So, super secret project that I have working on.
Okay.
I was gonna say it's not really gonna be much of a secret. I told you, or I'm going to be telling you. So I got the core set,
Yep.
Mhm.
and I've been assembling models.
Okay.
There's one particular model that I'm not a fan of, and that's Carol Danvers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a great model.
It's not a good
So-
model, and it's not a good character. Go on.
What I did was I used green stuff to give her longer hair, and I'm going to be attempting to do her in her like red and black classic Ms. Marvel costume.
That's
Nice.
So yeah, I need to prime her still, but yeah, I essentially sculpted out hair, just slap it on top so she doesn't look stupid. I do not like this character design at all. But like with a lot of the like mold lines and stuff like that, for the most part, I can just like, oh, she's got pants, I can just paint it as skin,
cool.
Mhm.
Right.
and everything else like that. But it's got like the line that would be like the classic black leading to like the gold star on the chest, and then just add red. With,
I've
like,
been
the-
meaning.
Damn,
Oh.
perfect.
Yeah, that looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I think I need to strip that model and redo it anyway because I'm not satisfied with the paint job that I did on it. It was the first one that I painted of Crisis Protocol, and I think it's not good. So I might do the same thing. I might just steal your idea.
I mean, that's why we do this show, so we can borrow ideas from each other.
I was thinking of doing of like you trying to find, or I tried to find an alternate head for her anyway to like 3D print
Mm-hmm.
and just like put a different head on her, because her face sculpt is not very good either.
Yeah, it's kind of
No.
trash.
So maybe I'll do the same thing, but okay, let's do the claws. The claws.
Okay. I think I actually saved his face a little bit.
You guys have watched the Pete Holmes X-Men firings, right?
Yes.
Those are one of my favorite.
Hmm.
I love the Gambit one though.
Yeah.
Where it's like you throw playing cards, and it's like, well, not just playing cards. I could throw all kinds of things. It just like starts listing them.
Yeah.
Like, could you throw a lunch meat? Hey, it's a bit floppy, but he's okay. It's about a Magic the Gathering card. It's actually quite fitting.
One of my personal favorite things Gambit has ever thrown was in his mini series where him and his buddy was like walking down Louisiana. He's like, drop this gas can here. He's like, we still got like a mile to go. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. And he like pulls out a bowling ball and just rolls it down a mile down the street and nails the gas can. And
Yeah.
it erupts into a giant explosion.
The thing that made me think Gambit was just like the coolest was an Extinction Agenda.
Oh, yeah. I think I know
Where
exactly what
he,
you're talking about.
All the X-Men are like captive by Cameron Hodge, and Gambit gets free for a second, and then then Cameron Hodge is like shooting fletchets at him, and he takes a spike in the leg, and he's like, oh no, this sucks, and then he gets put back in the binders. But Wolverine's like, yeah, I know Gambit's too good to have been hit by that. Like he took that on purpose, and so he brings his leg up to his mouth, pulls the spike out of it, and uses it to pick the lock with his teeth,
Yep.
and then like gets all the X-Men out.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool.
Yeah. So anybody who disrespects our boy Remy, you're wrong.
Ness hates him.
This is wrong.
Yeah. She hates him because her ex-boyfriend is one of those guys that always wear a trench coat and like to act like him.
Okay. I guess I can understand that, but she's still wrong.
So he reminds her of her ex. Yeah.
I'm sure Remy reminds a lot of women of their exes. Probably because he was their ex.
Probably.
Hi-oh.
Speedy Gonzalez knows everybody's sister. Same principle.
Yeah. Quite.
We're gonna try it. Try mixing the silver and the blue. See if I can get
A more adamantium look.
shiny blue. No, for the shoulder pads.
Oh, the shoulder pads. Right, y'all. I'm gonna grab the white.
Sure about this.
So we did our second rocket launch yesterday, and it was finally successful. Every single rocket got off the pad.
That's good.
One of them ended up in the neighbor's yard. But the parachute deployed. Everything worked.
Nice.
Only one rocket caught fire.
Hey, you know what? Better track record than Apollo 13.
Exactly. Okay, I'm becoming increasingly happy with this mini. Starting to look pretty okay.
Yeah. Mine too. Okay, we're gonna do the ground now.
Rudy, you got Toad up?
Yeah, we're going Toad. He
Nice.
was the closest thing that I could grab. Actually, that's not true. I do have Magneto that's within about the same arm's reach. At least Crisis Protocol. I have like 3 Clone Troopers and some Relic Knights over there too.
Yeah. Well, I got Mr. Joe up next, and I'm excited, but also scared.
Magneto's one I'm a little bit scared too. I'm a little intimidated by Magneto. It's such a cool model, and like, I don't know, I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
There's also like a lot of really big areas and a lot
Mm-hmm.
of metal that I have to make look different, and
Well, I did just find when I was working on Spider-Man, I found a really cool rust technique that I'm going to use on Magneto. It's long and drawn out, so I'll do it over the course of a stream, but it comes out really nice.
You did your girder gray, huh?
So no, actually, it looks gray, but it's actually more of an orange.
Oh, okay. Mine's like a bright orange.
Yeah.
It's that
Girder
cartoon
for what?
construction red
Girder for what?
for the Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
figure.
Yeah, I haven't done Spider-Man yet. The closest thing I've got is the Beast one.
Yeah, the scaffolding.
Yeah.
No, I just kind of on a whim was like, how do you paint rusted steel? And it legitimately, I'll go get it in just a second. It looks like it's got rust on. Let me just finish the base coat here and I'll go grab that.
That's right. What happens to a toad that gets struck by paint?
Oh, we're about to find out. Next on Watching Paint Dry.
The same thing that happens to everything else.
All right, this is something I'm definitely going to do off camera because I can't see it.
No, this is fine. Use the lighter.
Are those eyes good enough? Or do I need to
I
get
think
tighter
so.
with it? Okay.
You're gonna be second guess mine though.
Well, I think if I leave it there, I can probably get in with pupils and make it work.
I'm not giving them pupils.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I may have another angle on it.
Wolverine doesn't need pupils.
I know. That's what I'm struggling with.
He's cooler when he doesn't have them.
Exactly.
I feel like the only people that give him pupils are like Brian Hitch.
Right. Okay, now I got it. I'm happy with it.
See?
Okay. All right. We're good. I had to go in from like a super steep angle and get like the bottom of it, the bottom of his mask, and that did it. That did the job.
Nice. There's a lot of nooks and crannies down here.
Oh.
What have I done?
All right, I gotta do some base painting. Which means Mechanicus standard gray and a large brush. Oh no, hold on. I forgot the most important part, the part that makes him Wolverine. Other than his healing
claws?
factor. Yeah, the claws. I forgot the lead belcher.
God, that looks so messy right now. Medium. It's like when I get to use browns I've never used before. I have like 30 browns.
When I was painting almost exclusively Chaos Dwarfs, having extra browns was quite nice because I would get bored of them. Oh look, I have to do another 30 brown beards.
Are Chaos Dwarves Warhammer?
Yes. Well, yes and no.
What's no?
They are, but they're very, very defunct.
Oh.
Like, legitimately, defunct land should do Chaos Dwarfs.
Do you play Warhammer, or were you just
I did.
Fun? Do you know, like, the lore and stuff?
Mm-hmm. I know some of it. Specifically the stuff pertaining to dwarfs and or chaos dwarfs.
People, like, joke about it all the time, and I'm always, like, super lost.
Yeah.
It's complicated and tragic in most cases, as most Games Workshop stuff is.
I'm in another Discord server that I was like, that there's some guys in that talk about Warhammer a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And or like about 40k. I don't know what the difference is really.
Well, they're both technically interconnected, but allegedly fantasy is 40,000 years in the past, and 40k is 40,000 years in the future.
I see. Okay. I mean that makes sense. So they call it 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I like going, okay, in 30 words or less, tell me the Warhammer lore.
How do I keep him busy for a little while? But, disclaimer, because I know a lot of our viewers do play Warhammer or Warhammer 40k, we harbor no ill will toward either of those products. We just don't participate in them ourselves. And we are equal opportunity fun makers. We are very quick to trash on our own hobbies as well.
So yeah, I couldn't sum up Marvel in 30 words.
No.
You want the origin for an individual character in 30 words or less, I can help you, but
Might be able to get there, yeah. Is it a requirement that 30 words follow any kind of reasonable verbal flow, or can I truncate sentences to buy space? Yes?
you can truncate sentences.
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
I think RPD is about to try the 30 words or less 40k lore.
You will earn bona fide no prize if you
Yep.
can pull that off.
You will earn 0 milliliters of GT's kombucha. Unless you buy it yourself.
You will earn my permission to buy it yourself.
There you go. And I will happily recommend you a flavor. Tonight I am drinking Cosmic Cranberry. GT's Kombucha, not a sponsor, but Dave, let's talk.
Okay, I think I'm ready to wash this now.
I am very close. I just got to do a sewer grate. How did you do the sewer grates again?
Which one I'm doing? Mine, for Hulk, I did a Balthazar gold, and then dry brushed the Necron compound on top of it.
Okay.
After adding a black wash.
Yeah.
I did sometimes I've done a couple things. I usually just use Breast Scorpion right on
that's
it.
what I was thinking of doing. All right.
I don't base it at all. I just use the Breast Scorpion and a black wash. Is
Okay.
how I do them.
That is what I was leaning towards doing, so that little confirmation helps quite a lot. Although I was thinking of using Agrax Earthshade instead of Null and Oil.
I use Agrax Earthshade on pavement, and then Null and Oil on the drains, and then
Okay.
I'll run Null and Oil along the curb too, so it looks like there's been some water residue.
Nice. Okay.
What I usually do. Do not feel obligated to copy me.
All right. Let me finish this RPD, and then I'll be able to read it.
You can pop it in there.
Yeah, hit it. Chat's not moving super fast, so.
I can do a distant future, everything bad, bad gods unstoppable. Beings try to do things but are doomed to fail because internal corruption, everything exaggerated to stupid degrees on purpose. Okay.
Yeah, all right, that'll do it.
I feel like I'm up to speed.
Yeah, pretty much. Well done, RPD. Kudos, you have my permission, our permission, to buy yourself some GT's kombucha as a prize.
Or whatever beverage you choose.
Yeah.
I'll go that far.
Yeah.
I'll allow you to purchase whatever beverage you like. Isn't that kind of me?
Too kind, Adam, too kind.
All right, I too am on the washing stage. Here's Cassandora Yellow.
Good. Crazy that you just put that on those arms and like they look amazing instantly.
The flesh wash?
Yeah, it's nuts. Look at it. What?
I know, right?
It looks so good. My God. This is the risky part. We're gonna do this. Might not even have to. I probably will right now.
My favorite ink of them all, Drakenhof Nightshade. It is already misbehaving on me.
It's real good.
You went with the orange, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Oh my god, the nightshade on the blue looks so dope.
I don't have the nightshade, but I've been using the Druchii Violet
I like that one too.
on
I
from
could've
blue. It seems to work pretty well.
I could have sworn I sent you Drakenhof Nightshade. It is far and away my favorite of all the inks.
Nope. I think that the first time you sent me, they were out of it. And
Oh,
then
that could
maybe
be. All right,
You maybe thought that you sent it to me because of that or something like that. But,
yeah, that might be.
but this looks really good. The vibe. It hue shifts it just enough
Mm-hmm.
to make it real nice. But
All right, let's get some flesh shade down.
glad I got Hawkeye printed. Oh, I don't have to buy one.
Yeah, I'm very excited to print that one myself.
And it turned out really nice. It turned out well enough that like I'm really content not buying one.
Yeah.
Although I did think about maybe like getting one and using the alternate Black Widow head on Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well that.
I had some ideas for I could do a Yelena, Black
Yeah, I was
Widow.
just thinking it would be nice to like change the blondes, like all that good stuff.
Yeah, I don't super care about Yelena Belova though. Like
I don't either, and that's sort of why I stalled out on ideas there.
she was around for such a short time.
Yeah. Let's see what I can get left of this Nuln oil that I spilt everywhere last week. Oh, for God's sakes.
With a very little normal oil. perfect though.
Unfortunately, inking has revealed spots that I've missed. I'm grumpy about it.
Yeah, it made my it did make my flaws a little clearer here. Also. That's turning out really nice though. I wanted to come back in with the yellow anyway
Mm-hmm.
and highlight a little bit. And it's making everything real nice.
Yeah, I'm actually not super mega disappointed with that. I'm okay with it.
Oh, the other one, I'm really happy that there's a good Black Cat model in that pack too.
Oh, good. I know we
It's
were
like-
frustrated with
hated-
that.
Yeah, I can't stand the Crisis Protocol one,
Yeah.
and it comes with another Spider-Man, which I don't need.
Which we do not need.
I was probably gonna do it spider armor. If I had it. Because that's about the only alternate costume that has the web indentations in like the same place that would look good.
Right.
Okay, where are my tweezers at?
I'm so frustrated with that belt.
Blue.
Missed a huge bit. All right. Base coat ink wash done on Wolverine. I'm gonna let that dry, and I will highlight that probably tomorrow, and move on to Mr. Joe.
So you let things fully dry, huh?
I do. I messed up a couple of models really bad doing not that a while back, and I've been just kind of superstitious about it ever since.
I kind of move on right away because it lets you blend it a little bit better.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, I'm not criticizing.
No, I know. It's just different ways of thinking, and that's, I mean, again, why we do this program.
True.
Alright, swap reference images. Check on that. What am I? Oh, wow.
Pretty wicked. Look at that.
Oh, that looks good.
Blocking on there. Really brings it home.
Yeah, I agree. As the orange ink dries, I am just over the moon impressed with it. That is a really cool addition.
Yeah, it actually turned out really nice. It's gonna look so cool next to Sabretooth, too.
Yeah. So Wolverine and Sabretooth is the first one that I bought that wasn't
Defenders, or Hell's Kitchen Defenders, because of that Sabretooth Iron Fist connection.
Sure. Alright.
And then I was like, "Ah, dang it, now I have Wolverine, now I have to get the X-Men. And between buying those minis and rewatching the 90s X-Men cartoon, my interest in the X-Men is so much higher than it was, even a month ago.
Yeah, well, they're kind of the best.
Okay,
They're just such classic superheroes.
Man, you do that fast.
Good lord, Broody.
Good.
I mean, it's predominantly like mostly a few colors.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I have to choose a lot.
That was really good.
I am very happy with Wolverine as well. I decided to go with the Vallejo yellow
Mhm.
versus like April and Sunset. It's just a touch brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Averland on Toad.
Nice,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm gonna come
I
in
mean,
with a
better way to look at it from their backs.
Yeah. So Mr. Joe, definitely one of the creepier Joker incarnations. From the Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo run.
That's the face cutoff one, right?
Yes. He is truly disgusting. I also have Clayface Joker. Kicking around in the box. That's the last one. These are the last two from the... I've been calling it the Wonderland Gang box, but it's really just the Arkham Asylum box.
Oh, yeah. The one you started with?
No, well, it's the first one I did villains from, or like named villains from, yeah.
Because you started with Thugs.
Yep. And I'm glad I did, because the scale of these is slightly different. And painting Crisis Protocol has reminded me of that.
Crisis Protocol is a lot of fun to paint.
Yeah, they are.
I'm really looking forward to getting the Sentinels ones
Mm-hmm.
too, because they're similar scale.
Similar to Crisis Protocol?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought they were like brutality scale.
No, I think Bunker's 50 millimeters tall.
Oh. That's not bad then.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen. I may have to call it for tonight.
All right, dude. Well, thank you for hanging out with us, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a problem.
I'm pretty much done here too.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm wrapping up myself.
Do the ring.
Yeah, I'm just trying to lay down this quick base coat on his jumpsuit, and I'll finish him next time. But I'm glad we got to, like, because we're working at such a weird pace on the Crisis Protocol stuff, it's kind of nice to be able to all three do the same, show off our individual techniques for doing the same model. I think that's a neat,
Yeah. It is pretty rad.
neat episode. Makes for a neat episode.
Yep, I like it.
All right. Let's get this blue out of here. We put all the Wolverines on the camera here just so we can get one last. Oh, Adam's doing the base ring.
But I still need to do some highlights, but
Yeah, I do too. I definitely got some highlighting to go. And I also got to do the other head.
you know what'd been really awesome
What's that?
is if I had enough skill with the green stuff to do like the electrical arc from the intro.
Oh yeah.
The what?
When Wolverine shows up on the intro, he does like the cross and then he separates out into this like in the same pose. But it's like the electrical arc from when he does that.
Yeah.
Maybe borrow some from Storm.
I thought about like maybe with the if I do another one and I put it on like a normal base, I do like brown costume Wolverine using like paper clips and making a fence, like a chain link fence on it and that's like cut through.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. All right, well, with that, I think that's where we're going to call it for the evening. Guys, this is always an absolute highlight of the week. Thank you so much for doing this with me. It means a lot.
Thank
I'm
you.
blessed. I'm glad to join too.
And chat, thank you all for hanging out. We appreciate you as always. I will be back tomorrow night on the Handelabra Games channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Time for Tales from the Archive. Haven't done it in a couple weeks. Just had some family stuff to take care of. But we're back. And then I'll be back tomorrow night for This Is Difficult podcast over on the Ryugami-san channel. And then this channel will be back live Thursday night for, I think it's Zach Sucks at Games this week. Maybe not. Maybe it's Gear Up. I don't know. One of the two of them, either 6 or 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And actually, this will tell us. Broody, do we have Arkham this week?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's Gear Up. So we got Gear Up, we got Arkham, and then the three of us will be back 1 week from today, painting more minis and having more fun and talking more nerd stuff. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.